And growing up, what I realized was that I wanted to be great at something. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I knew I wanted to be great at like something in sports. Be a great basketball player, a great football player, a great baseball player. But the problem was I wasn't great. It sucked. Uh, it took me forever to learn how to catch and throw a baseball with one hand. Basketball, I would always dribble like up to my face and be like super high. And football, I couldn't even catch a football. I was kind of afraid of the ball a little bit. So I was just like terrible. And then eventually, I don't know, like probably around third grade, I started practicing more and more by myself, and I started to develop some skills. And then by fifth grade, I think I was a decent player, or not decent, okay. I was okay. I wasn't terrible anymore, but I wasn't great either. And so then by middle school, like, by the time I'm pulled out of sports and I'm losing one sport after another. And so my dad wanted me to try golf. So I tried golf and it was fun. I remember like my dad and my brother Weston and I would go play golf. Some days we'd play only 3 holes and some days we'd play nine. And so my dad thought this would be a good sport for me because there's no one like coming at you. No one's throwing a ball at you. No one's running at you to tackle you. The ball is small, but it's not like coming at you like the baseball. Basketball, the pace of the game was hard because it was fast. So golf, you could play your own speed. So my dad thought I would really like it, I think. And I thought so too. But what I didn't like about golf was it was slow. I wanted to run. And probably with my disability, uh, you would think golf would be a great sport because, I have a physical disability or it does hurt to run and do all this physical activity. But the thing about me was I was freaking crazy. I like loved the pain. I love the soreness of it. I love the fatigue of it, the challenge of trying to keep up with everybody. I don't think at the time I knew I liked it, but if I wouldn't have liked all the fatigue and the soreness and the challenges of playing like basketball, football, just sports where you had to do a lot of running, then I would have stuck with golf. But I didn't stick with golf. One time we were headed on a vacation, a family vacation to see my aunt in Missouri. So my dad asked my brother and I, like, what do you guys want to do on vacation? Let's do something that we don't do a lot of the time. So I was like, let's play tennis. And my dad had tried to teach me tennis before. And now you have like all these red, orange, green balls, yellow ball for kids and goes off your skill level. So it's easier for a little kid to hit the ball. Well, when my brother and I were like 7, 8, you just played with a regular tennis ball and it was hard. Like it was sucked. It was really hard for me to hit the ball. I didn't like it, so I thought tennis was stupid. So I told my dad, like, let's try tennis. And at this time, Weston and I are like 13 years old, and we go to play, and we play one day, and I had a lot of fun with it. Then we play the next day, and the next day, and I started to like really like it. I mean, we were terrible. We like couldn't keep the ball in half the time, but at least we could hit it over the net. Well, I could. Wes could too, but I was surprised that I could hit over the net. So then I started to like tennis. It was a sport I could play and that my dad could teach me. My dad was I could tell was super excited that I liked tennis now. So when we got back from vacation, I would go to the tennis courts at our local YMCA and I would go to like the very last court in the gym and there was a wall and I would hit off the wall. And I did that by myself for like several weeks and several weeks turned into several months. And before I knew it, I picked up tennis. But along the way, I think people, or maybe I thought that people wanted me or thought that that it was my favorite sport and I wanted to play it all the time. And that just wasn't true. Like I really liked tennis, but I didn't love tennis. I didn't love like basketball. I didn't love like football. I didn't love like baseball. What I loved about tennis was the process of trying to see how good I could be. Now I like playing tennis now, and there have been a lot of years I've loved playing tennis. And tennis was like my number one goal in life to be good at, to play in these high level adaptive slash Special Olympic tennis tournaments. And then now my goal is to play in non-Special Olympic tennis tournaments, so like USTA tennis tournaments to try and beat other people that don't have disabilities. But in high school, I went out for my high school tennis team my freshman year, and of 31, yeah, 31 players that were on the team, I was like 25, which wasn't bad in the top 25 for the freshman year. But you see, a lot of people went out for the team. People would mess around, they'd screw around, wouldn't take it seriously. I'm not saying everybody on the team would do that, but at least the players that I practiced with were around. They messed around, didn't take it seriously, and I hated that. I had practiced all summer, spent 3 to 4 hours a day practicing tennis over and over again. And I didn't want to play with people that weren't going to take it seriously. I I made a decision my sophomore year to like not go out for the tennis team. And I went back and forth with it on my dad, and my dad wasn't mad, but he like questioned why I didn't want to and everything. And I think looking back, if I really would have loved tennis, like I loved playing basketball, I would have done it. I would have gone out for the high school tennis team, maybe wouldn't have cared as much about making varsity or being on JV for all 4 years or 3 years of my high school career. But I didn't want that. I either wanted to be really good or I didn't really want to put effort into it at all. And what I mean by that is I either wanted to like make varsity by my junior year or be one of the top players on JV. And I really believed I could do that, but I would have had to quit every sport that I played. Couldn't play basketball anymore, couldn't play football anymore. And I didn't want that. And looking back on it, was it the right decision to do? Yeah, I think so. Because I don't regret doing it. Like, yeah, maybe I missed out on a lot by not going out for my high school tennis team, but I didn't really love it at that time. I didn't love like always going to tennis practice because I missed my friends that were on the football team, or like when I would practice, I'd practice for so long that it would just my body was so sore and hurt so much from practicing. I, my dad and I it goes back to when my dad told me at 12 years old, you have to work harder than everyone else. You have to put more effort and work into your game than anyone else does. While everyone else is playing video games, watching TV, you have to be outside practicing. So that's what I did. And I did it, and it was really hard. It was really fun. I loved it. I think that's what I loved about tennis. I loved putting in the work. I loved the process of it. I loved playing in the 95-degree heat. I loved playing when it felt like you're just about to collapse and you're just like working so hard that you feel like your legs are about to die and collapse on you. The sweat running down your face, just burning in your eyes. I loved all of it, but I loved the process of getting better. Now, the actual game of tennis, I really liked. I really liked competing in tennis. I really liked doing well in tennis. And probably what had changed my mindset in tennis was when the spring of my freshman year of high school, I played in my Special Olympics state tennis tournament, and I played in the top division this time. Because 2 years before that, I didn't play in the top division. And now I'm like 16 years old, and I'm playing in the top division already in the state of Nebraska, and I finished second. And I was like, wow, I finished second in the state. I can maybe win this thing. And then my goal switched to, okay, now this is my goal, to try to be the best special league tennis player in the state of Nebraska. That's my goal, not play high school tennis. I think in life we're always meant to do something. There's always something that we're like, oh, I have to do this, or I need to do this. This is what I'm supposed to do. And then life just happens and you realize you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do something else. And it comes up out of nowhere. It sometimes will slap you in the face like, wake up. This is what you're supposed to do. Not what you're doing already, but this right here is what you're supposed to do right now. And that's what I felt like in tennis throughout my whole tennis career. I thought playing high school tennis was going to be the way people would notice how good a player I am, or that I was capable of doing great things. My goal in middle school was like, I'm going to play high school tennis. By my senior year, I'm going to make state tournament and I'm going to win. I don't know if it wasn't even just to win the state tournament. It was just to win one match at this high school state tennis meet. But then I played Special Olympics and my mindset shifted like, oh, I could really be really, really good at this at this level in Special Olympics. So then that happened. So then for the next 15, 16, 17 years, that's what I did. I worked at it to be the best special tennis player I could be. And then in 2023, my mindset shifted again. I went from wanting to be the best player I could be, especially tennis, to where I won state, finally was number one in the state of Nebraska, my junior of high school, take the next year off because of a back surgery, come back, and for the next 5 years, I kept winning the state tennis tournament. Then when I was 21, I got invited to the top special tennis tournament in the country called the Experience, where I played against the top players in the US. It was a top 32, and I had finished anywhere from high as 18 to as low as 26. And I had been doing that for 9 years so far. But in 2023, I played in this tournament called the Cornhusker State Games. And I was the only one with a disability in this tournament. And I played at the lowest level. The lowest level was 3-0. And that's the level I played at. And this is probably like, I don't know, my fourth, maybe fifth time playing in this tournament. And every year I got killed, just destroyed. But the last 2 years, I would win at least one match, combined with doubles and singles, one match. So I go into this tournament and I'm thinking like, let's see if I can win two matches. Let's try to win one first and then see if I can win two. I didn't know what was going to happen. So I just went out and played and I won the tournament. I was pretty shocked that I won because by the time I got to the finals, I felt dead. I had blisters on my feet. My legs were just pounding from my cerebral palsy pain. And so the way I can best describe that is like my hamstrings were super tight. I felt like this pounding pain, like someone was punching me in the back of the leg all the time. And then my feet just felt like on fire, to where it's like if you'd stand on really hot cement barefooted all day, that's what my feet felt like. And I was used to that because having cerebral palsy, I'm just used to that cerebral palsy pain. But playing a tournament in a tennis tournament makes it worse. And yeah, I mean, I just thought like I I thought like second place isn't bad either. Made it to the finals because like when I saw this dude, he was the most athletic guy I played in the tournament so far. I went out there and I won in straight sets. I think I won like 6-2, 6-3 or something like that. And I won the tournament. And probably what shifted my mindset too was like man, this in my mind, I'm like, this feels like really big. Like all the Special Olympic stuff I played in was big too. Like tournaments I've won, coming second in last couple of years in the experience tournament in Virginia. I'd come in second several times, and I won my bracket one time. So I was doing like good, and those were like huge wins when I won or like at least made the finals. But this felt different, and I didn't know why. So like the only people to watch me do this were my parents. So after the match, I'm talking to my dad and it's like, "You think this is like a little bigger than me winning in Special Olympics? Not that it wasn't important also, but he's like, yeah. I mean, you're the only one with disability in this tournament and you beat these guys." And then I was like, whoa, that is pretty cool. So my mindset shifted again to like, okay, this is what I want to do and everything. But I think also with tennis, I put so much pressure on myself because I wanted to be great. I didn't play tennis because I just saw someone playing and I thought it was cool, like basketball or football. Football, it was Nebraska football that got me into football. Basketball was the NBA, and baseball was because it was the first sport my dad ever taught me how to play. And so tennis was just a sport I played because I was getting kicked out of the other sports. Not really kicked out, but my parents had to pull me out because I couldn't play anymore. And I just needed a sport to play. I wanted to find a sport to play. So I found tennis and I loved it. I loved hitting. I loved the practice. I loved the process of trying to get better. Now, did I love the game as much as some other sports? No, probably not. I didn't hate tennis, obviously. I really, really like playing tennis. And there are times I love playing tennis. Probably especially in summertime is when I love playing tennis. But I didn't love it year round. I don't love it year round. I like taking breaks from it. I just think I felt the pressure or the expectations of others like that probably aren't there, but it feels like it is because I'm good at it. I'm better at tennis than a lot of other sports, and I want to be great. And that's what I kind of got known for around Special Olympics was being a really good tennis player. And I liked that feeling of people thinking I was really good. And I just, I don't know. I guess I just realized like, yeah, I like playing tennis. And you can like doing something in life or you can be really good at doing something, but you don't have to do it. And you can think like this is your path in life and this is the way it's supposed to go. But then something else comes up and you go that way instead. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your life. It's up to you how you want to figure it out. So you just gotta follow your gut and figure out what you want to do with it and not listen to other people, what they think you should do, or like why you shouldn't give something up because you're just because you're good at it. It's like if you like it or if you love it, especially if you love it, you shouldn't quit it. But if you even if you like it, you can do it, but you don't do it all the time. I think that's how I felt or I feel sometimes, honestly, is oh, I gotta play tennis because I'm really good at it and I'm not good at tennis. I'm not as good at other sports as I am at tennis, so I need to play this. And I just realized like a couple days ago, like I don't need to play. I don't have to play if I don't want to. But I still like the game. I still like playing. I like the competitiveness of it. I play in tennis leagues now where I'm the only one with a disability. And I really like going to that and competing in that, even though I lose probably under a little more than 50% of my matches, but they're always close most of the time. And I do win several matches here and there. So I really enjoy that. But my mindset has always switched through tennis of different goals I'd want to do. And it's okay if your mindset switches every now and then. It's your life. I mean, if you are going for a goal or a dream in life and then you kind of lose love and passion for it, it's okay to switch to something else. I mean, that's how I've always felt with tennis is like I should I have stayed with it and gone out for my high school team all 4 years? No, because I didn't really want to do that. And honestly, it worked out great because my senior year was going to be awful anyway, because I had excruciating back pain and I could barely even play flag football. I could barely stand on grass. It hurt so much. So the pounding of a tennis court would have just killed my back. So I look back on it now, it's like, oh, it's a good thing I didn't stick with it. Or the Special Olympic tennis. Like I have met so many great people through Special Olympic tennis and had so many great opportunities. And I still play adaptive tennis in the USTA and then at Special Olympic events, but I don't I don't play as many as I used to. And that's okay because it's my tennis career. It's what I want to do. And I want to play in tournaments where I'm the only one with a disability to see if I can beat them. And it's not that I'm saying that, oh, I'm better than a lot of people with disabilities, 'cause I'm not. There's a lot of people with disabilities, especially tennis or adaptive tennis, that are better than me. But I mean, I'm playing at the lowest level in these non-special Olympic tournaments. So it's not like I'm playing at that high of a level. But still, it's what I want to do. And yeah, you got to do what you want to do in life and not worry about the pressure a bit and the expectations you set on yourself. I set pretty hard expectations on myself to want to be great, and that doesn't make it fun. I mean, there are days I'd played and I would just hate it. I hate it sometimes. I hate tennis so much, but it's because of the pressure I put on myself and all this stuff, and it sucks. But I'm competitive and I want to win at whatever I do. And if I'm this good at tennis and I'm not, and it's my best sport, like I want to try to be the best. And if I sucked at basketball, football, baseball, soccer, whatever, I I'd probably still play. But tennis, if I wasn't good at tennis, I wouldn't play. And I think it's hard for me to find the love of tennis sometimes, but it's because of the pressure I put on myself and just yeah, I think we all want to be good at something. We all want to be great at something. So when you find that, you like try so hard to be great in everything, and sometimes it can be like too much, but you also got to realize like it's just a game or it's just a job or a goal or like or whatever. Like you gotta have that competitive edge of like it's not like it sucks to lose. You shouldn't be happy with losing. But then later on you can find the moral victory in something. But right after when you lose, it still sucks because we all are gonna lose more in life. So like fail a lot more in life than win and succeed. But there is moral victories in things when you find them. But it is it is hard when you want to reach that goal and you want to go for it and you want to reach it so bad you don't know what to do and you're working so hard and you just keep failing and failing. It's hard. But if you really want the goal or dream, then you got to do it. You got to figure it out. And you got to figure out if you want to keep going for that goal and dream in your life. Because if you don't have the same passion for it, or the same love you had for it when you first started, then find something else to do. Because it's easier to go for a dream in life when you have the passion and the love for what you're doing.